This is even as members of National Assembly, particularly those from the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, are set to sit today to hear these 4 petitions that were filed against the 4 IEBC commissioners. This is the vice chairperson there, Juliana Cherera, together with the 3 other commissioners. That is Geoffrey Langat, that is Irene Masit, as well as Wanderi and Justice Nyangaya. Some of those petitions that were filed include gross misconduct, as well as demonstrating open bias, and this was just after the election, during that after they attempted to just give altering results. But the event that this particular petition is approved, then it simply means that the president will form a tribunal to remove them out of office, of course, in a constitutional manner. But again, what is coming out is that yesterday, Azimio members of parliament hinted at boycotting this hearing, stemming the whole process and illegality, and accusing this particular committee of being misused to oust the 4 commissioners. So this looks more like a Ruto Raila kind of tiff there in respect to these members of National Assembly. So we wait to see how all this will pan out, given this particular hearings are set to commence today. Also, Raila set to meet Azimio governors, and this is in a plan to stem Ruto onslaught. This is a meeting that is expected to be happening tomorrow, which is on a Friday in Naivasha, and so an invite has been sent to all the 26 governors that were elected on the Azimio ticket, and this is the governors together with their deputies. Details are still scanty in respect to the agenda of this specific meeting, but largely once this particular details are made available, of course we'll be relaying the same to you, but this is expected to be happening tomorrow in Naivasha. And also, which way Jubilee Uhuru Party now seeks to chart a path whereby the former President Uhuru Kenyatta's Jubilee Party is now walking a tightrope amid an onslaught by the UDA to capture its members, and this is even as officials of this particular party still insist that the party remains tightly in the Azimio fold. So we just look at which way this particular party. Also, this comes at a time where the deputy president has been on record saying that he's actually one of those who really were, at the forefront, championing for members of parliament from the Mount Kenya region to vote for Kanini Kega, that is the former Kieni member of parliament in the East Africa Legislative Assembly slot. There also a statement, as come out from this particular former member of parliament saying that the deputy president is actually the senior most politician from the region. And it's quite interesting to just look at what the Daily Nation has written here in respect to what Kanini Kega said. And this is also just him rallying, asking actually leaders from the region to rally behind, the deputy president. So really, as the word is going out, could there really be cracks in Jubilee? And perhaps what does also this mean for the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, who is the chairman chairperson of this particular fold, that is the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition party, where Jubilee is actually a party within this particular fold. And again, you can also take note that in the constitution, a former president is not supposed to be an official of a political party 6 months after the election. So in the event that this 6 months lapse and within what is in the constitution, so that then the former president has not become the chairperson of this particular fold, what will this mean for the Jubilee Party at the end of the day? And lastly, before I toss it over to Stephanie, we have not recommended maize import. This is what the Agricultural Ministry is now saying. There had been concerns on the mumness of this particular ministry, much as the words went out in respect to what the trade CS talked about just over the weekend, which has caused quite the uproar there in respect to the GM maize. But going by what we have here is that the ministry is now saying that it is assessing the country's food situation, and this is to determine the deficit, if any, before actually actually issuing an advisory on quantities required to meet that particular shortfall, because also there had been concerns that if our farmers, have this particular maize and they're planning to release it to the market, so then why will the country be importing? And if at all we need to import to bridge the food security gap, then it needs to be the exact deficit, so that then you don't do this at the detriment of our farmers. So that is a statement coming there from the Ministry of Agriculture.